Hi, baby. Hi. I'm making you a sandwich, okay? Okay, let's get rid of the crust. Oh, we got an apple there. How's it taste? All right, cool. I think she approves. It has been a hectic day. Not necessarily with the baby, but more so with work. They've kept me just on my toes, man. I'm really glad she's not being a big deal today, because it'd be hard to concentrate on her and work. Usually there's days where it's like a perfect balance. Today's not a good balance. Today, work is definitely requiring a lot from me. Let's let these dogs in. Whoa. Come on in, ladies. All right. I just saw trees blinking. I just saw some new artwork from Zoe. She must have found another marker. So the black's been here. I've got to take care of that. I need to research how to do it properly, but there's a blue one here. That's new. Baby girl, what are you doing? About 1 p.m. so right on schedule. Let's let the dogs in. I haven't ate lunch yet, so I guess I should make some lunch. All right, no judging. We don't have a lot to go with, but I did find some mac and cheese. It's Annie's, so this is gonna be pretty fire. I love me some good mac and cheese. This is some of the best I've ever had. There's another brand called Goodle. Goodl. It's amazing. It's delicious. So today's going to be a pretty productive day. Work's been busy. I mean, it's my hours basically from 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. are pretty much shot. I'm just like right now I'm needed. I'm taking a step back so I can actually eat something. And the baby's asleep, so normally this would be my chance to just do things. Dishes, vacuum, play with the dogs. Anything, everything, but I can't do it. I gotta get to work. So the baby's gonna be awake while I have to do my chores today, so it'll be a little tough. Aza gets here at 5, so once she gets here, she usually jumps on dinner, and I'm still gonna help out with the baby. I don't just dump her off onto Azalea when she gets here. That's not right. We're thinking we're gonna do an induction. Again, I gotta make sure that's the right word. Inducing. We're picking a date late December. Probably the 28th, which is, Jesus, like in a week and a half from now. We did figure out the whole insurance thing, where come the first of the year, would we have to pay another co-payment of $3,000? Luckily, that's not the issue. Zoe made a phone call to the insurance company the other day and confirmed that if the first comes around, there's no additional payment needed, which is great, because I heard that was a thing, but in this case, it's not a thing. So all right, I'm almost done working. It's about 2:45. Trying to wrap up, man. What a freaking day. Baby's awake, so no rest for the wicked today. As soon as she's up. She's right there. What she does when she wakes up from her nap is she'll usually just lay there and kind of just play with her hands and mumble around. And she's fine, but it looks like she's already awake. So what I do in that case is I get her bottle ready and I get her a little snack. She usually wakes up kind of hungry. She had a good lunch. She had a sandwich. So Aza bought her some like children's cereal. Maybe I'll give her some of that. It's supposed to be like Apple Jacks. Let's do that. Here's okay. She woke up a little grumpy, but nothing that milk can't solve. She loves her milk. All right, I remembered what I needed to do. I needed to do some exercising today. I really wanted to do a Heather Robertson. She's the woman on YouTube who does the HIIT workouts. I wanted to do one of her workouts, but I think I will just do some jump rope today instead. It'll get me outside. It'll get the baby outside. And honestly, jump rope, if you've never done jump roping, it's It's really good. It feels really good. There's this guy. I should have saved the video. There's this guy on. He pops up in my YouTube feed. He's like this ripped dude in good shape. He looks like he's been jump roping since he was a kid. But anyways, he does these. He's just so damn good. It's inspiring. I want to get that good. I would like to be that good. I'm going to be that good. Now, before I do go outside and exercise, this light keeps going on and off. Baby girl wants to eat her. I was holding her right now and her stomach was still growling. So I'd hate to take her to the park and she's like hungry. You know what I mean? Do you remember being a kid? Like your hunger hurts. This was leftovers from last night. She was filling it. Now, it's like I said, work today was pretty rough, pretty stressful, but it's like 10 minutes after I'm done working. I take a breath, I relax, and it's good. I think one of the key things to do is to not take your work home with you. I know that's hard to do sometimes, especially when you're really dedicated to your job, or maybe that's just the only thing you have going, but man, there's some days where I'm just like, just not in a good mood, and I can't bring that in. You could be in such a good mood, and if somebody comes around you with the wrong energy, it'll just affect you in the craziest way. It's so weird how that works, but let's get this stuff warmed up. While I'm waiting for her food to heat up, I was actually able to get a couple of videos done. One for the YouTube Shorts, another for TikTok. TikTok's interesting. I can't quite figure it out. I mean, it's probably really simple. I'm just overthinking it. I'll put one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and feed the daughter. It's a season for Hallmark movies. My mom used to make me watch them with her all the time. It's fine. They were okay. Real sappy love story. That's kind of what it comes down to. I saw this the other day on the internet, and I think the writers now are just getting sick of this shit.
In the wrong place. So what brings you home?
I was wondering if you two were coming to the Green Pine Grove Town Square Christmas Eve Festival of Lights Christmas Tree Decorating Contest Finalist Gala tonight.
And then the man proceeds to have sex with both of them. Aves writes, this is like the final boss of the Hallmark movie tropes. Yeah, I agree. This is definitely getting there. All right, she's watching her show, Bluey. She's eating her food. She's a happy camper. I think she was getting a little hungry. She woke up very, very mad at me, so I think she just woke up with some hunger pains. I'm gonna take her to the park after this, get her some fresh air. She goes out in the patio sometimes during the day, and that's usually good for her, you know, get some vitamin D. Vitamin C? What does the sun give you? Vitamin D? I do prefer taking her to the park because there's other kids over there. She gets to hang out with them, mingle. And it's good for her to be social. I think it's good for her to be social because if we're going to be having another baby hanging out, I want to make sure she's comfortable and used to other kids in general. So far, so good. She hangs out with her cousin Rowan. Rowan's just a few months older than she is. And they get along great. It's really cool when they hang out. It's so cute. Like two little people who just don't know what's happening in this world, just babbling and sharing, and it's really cool to see. Is that better? So the lighting today is a lot better than it was in my vlog a couple days ago. Where, okay, I gotta silence my phone. By the way, the new iPhone 15, it's a cool phone. It's a good phone. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's groundbreaking. You need to get it. It's amazing. It seems like just all the other iPhones to me. I get that there's the differences here and there. The camera's really good. The last phone I had before this one was the iPhone 12. So I think this is definitely an upgrade. The iPhone 12 was pretty mediocre. And the only reason why I even upgraded to the 15 is because the battery life in the iPhone 12 was just straight up just hitting shit. Like, I would turn on my phone by 11 a.m., 12 noon. It was like at 30 or 40%, and I'm not even using my phone. It bamboozles me how these phone companies were able to get us to buy something that we're just always going to continue to buy. It's like toilet paper, right? You buy toilet paper, and guess what? You're going to buy it again when you run out. You're just always going to buy it. If you're looking to sell something, you definitely want to look into what people are doing. That's what Scrub Daddy did. I think, okay, this is all a hypothetical. I think this is what happened scenario for Scrub Daddy. They said, what is everybody doing? What does everybody have? Whether you live in a house, an apartment, you're renting, you're owning, everybody has a sink. What does nobody like to do? Wash dishes. How can we make washing dishes fun? They literally just created a scrub with a face, and that thing I bought 2. I have 2 right now. It's crazy how you can just break a market. It's the simplest ideas that usually just break through. I'm trying to get Elsie, our 13-year-old, into paying attention to these things because I'm trying to explain to her that with social media, which is the world that she's growing up in, there's 2 kinds of people. There's consumers and there's creators. It's okay to consume. However, consuming too much can be very dangerous. If all you're doing all day long is just like on TikTok, right? Dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. I don't think that's good for your health because outside of TikTok, when you close that app, the real world becomes boring to you because it's not a dopamine hit after dopamine hit. The real world is a lot different than what you see on the internet. I'm trying to explain to her that there's consumers, creators. You want to be more on the creator side. How and when, I don't know. But if you figure something out that you like to do, think about what you're watching. What are you paying attention to? If she is watching anything that gains interest, like I did a video on mukbang not too long ago, which is really weird. She told me about mukbang. And what it is, to sum it up, it's people eating very close to the camera, but like you're supposed to enjoy the sounds that it's making. You're supposed to enjoy the food because it looks so delicious. And my brother-in-law, he was telling me that mukbangs are also about like Q&As and ASMR, things like that. That's fine. But if that's something that is interesting to you, like Elsie, or 13-year-old, then maybe she can create her own. Those are actually innocent enough to where if she wanted to do that, I would probably help her. It would just be a matter of getting some really good food together and her eating it. People like to watch the weirdest things. It's funny. I used to always talk trash on people who would watch other people play video games, or even kids watching other kids playing with toys, right? Like I never understood that until I was just getting busier and busier throughout my day. I was working more, the baby's getting bigger, Azalea moves in. Life just gets so busy where I can't play all the games that I like to play, or I can't go back and play the video games I used to play. So what I do is I go on YouTube now and I watch people play video games. I don't sit there and just watch. However, if I'm working or if I'm with the baby, if I'm trying to put her to sleep, I'll put it on and it's good background, just stuff to look at. You never know who's watching. You never know who's going to watch. You never know what's going to be interesting. And I really am trying to teach Elsie is her name, how to become a creator. Because if you can create and if you can get good at it, man, like your life can change. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Justin Bieber, I believe, was posting videos on YouTube. I think it was Usher that found him. It's hard explaining to a 13-year-old how this stuff works, right? I mean, to her world right now is her friends. Her world is school. It's just, she has her own stresses. I think if I just nickel and dime certain things, hopefully it sticks. Because I would love for her to learn how to just do anything and everything. Because this world is evolving so fast. Me personally, I don't want to get left behind. That's why I learned how to make videos. That's why I learned how to do all kinds of things, because I don't want to get left behind. And she's still a kid. She's not getting left behind. Time passes by very fast, and if you don't take any time to learn or develop yourself, you're wasting a lot of your life. I'm sorry, that was a long tangent. I'm so sorry. She's done eating. Okay. She's more interested in that lock than going to the park. couple of days since I was videoing. Today's actually Thursday, December 21st. Yesterday was such a chill day. It was so nice. Really, actually, I was just exhausted because of work. That's why I didn't do any recording. But it's fine. Today's another busy day. Let me explain. Baby's awake, by the way. So if you see me looking, it's just, where is she? Where is she? Right? It's like I feel like James, what's his name? James Jameson from Spider-Man. Where is Spider-Man? Where's the baby? Yeah, work's been kicking my ass this whole week. Complete opposite of what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be just very slow. Turns out that's not the case. A lot of our customers and clients are actually shipping a lot of freight. So I mentioned in another vlog that I'm a freight broker. I navigate freight for big businesses. I help reduce their freight rates. If you own a business, then you, at least a big business where you're consistently shipping products, then you definitely understand how expensive freight can get. A lot of people nowadays are doing e-commerce where they're shipping small packages, maybe through UPS or DHL, and that can be costly as well. However, it's not as costly as, let's say, a truckload. A truckload, if you're not familiar, is basically large shipments, large freight orders. Typically they're 28 to 30 pallets, sometimes 30 to 40,000 pounds total. When you're on the freeway and you see those big trucks driving around, that's more likely going to be a truckload because it's going to have a full trailer of just anything and everything in there. It's kind of bright, huh? Let me lower this. The reason why it's such a busy week is because a lot of our clients are going to be gone basically the 22nd, which is Friday, tomorrow, all the way up until the 1st or the 2nd of January. So they're trying to just get everything out that they possibly can. One of our bigger clients is Braintree. And if you're not familiar with Braintree, they ship a lot of dietary supplements, medical products, things like that. They're big business. They make a lot of money. Each one of their truckloads, the value is probably close to $500,000 to $600,000. We run a lane for them, picking up in Randolph, Massachusetts, going to Aurora, Colorado, every week on a Monday. They're paying about $4,000 for each one of those loads, which is a lot. They shipped 8 out this week. So I don't know if you're good at math. You don't got to be good at math. I'll do it for you. $4,000 for 8 truckloads. This week alone, $32,000. They spent $32,000 alone in shipping freight this week. Like that's a lot of money. I wasn't even making $32,000 a year back when I was 18, 19 years old. That's why if there's ever a time where I'm low on money or I have to budget myself, I get so mad. I get so mad at myself because I think about all the money in the world and how it's up for grabs. It's genuinely up for grabs. If people are buying something, guess what? You can be that person selling whatever it is that they're buying. I get so mad at myself because when there's days where I'm not doing anything, whether it's recording, editing, working, I'm not doing anything. And to me, I'm like, that's wasting time for me to actually learn a new hobby, pick up a new habit. And it's not a bad thing. We need to relax, right? And I'm not about hustle. That's not what I'm getting at. It's more so where if I want to be more wealthy, then I need to do the things necessary to get more wealthy. It's not going to land in my lap. I'm not that fortunate. I have to create my own luck. And the only way to do that is to do things, do stuff. Another tangent. I'm so sorry. I ramble. I've got a friend. Her name's April. April, shout out. I don't think you watch these, but if you do, hey, I love talking to her. Whenever we conversate, it's the best. She's okay with the way I am, which I love because I have a hard time navigating a story. I will start at point A, and before I can get to B, I got to go through A point 1, point 2, point 3, point 3. Like, did I say point 3 twice? I'm a good storyteller. I think I'm a good storyteller. However, I can easily divert into just sidebars here and there, and it's a little chaotic. Like my vlogs, I probably do that on these vlogs where I try to stay on topic or I try to stay talking about something, but I just switch it up. Okay, baby's quiet. When the baby's quiet, you need to go see what she's doing. Okay, false alarm. Baby's okay. She's actually playing. Look. She waits so patiently for the baby to drop something. It's so hilarious. Man, this is bright. If you have yourself a DSLR camera, then the struggle lies within getting the lighting right. That's not right. Okay, Asa had her appointment today. She's doing great. The baby's looking healthy. I don't know what this means, but doctor told her she's a centimeter dilated. I think that's good. She doesn't know if she wants to do an induction yet, where you plan the delivery date. Instead, she has another appointment next week. What they're going to do is they're going to do some kind of procedure that there's like a 50% chance that she can go into labor within 48 hours of that procedure. I'm guessing they smear some gel or something. I don't know. I'll ask her. Should she go into labor, we're having the baby next week. If all is well, then the delivery date is planning to be January 3rd, 2024. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be having another baby, which is pretty exciting. I was scared about it, but as we're getting closer and as I'm talking more, I think that's what I needed to do. I think that's what I needed to do. I think the reason that I was so scared about this second baby was because I was not talking about it to Azalea. Every day was going by, the months were going by, and we knew it was happening, but I was not doing my part in really communicating with her about the baby in general. We were taking care of things here and there. You know, we got the name, we keep track of her health, the baby's health. We're doing all the normal stuff, but I don't think I was really emotionally involved whenever I spoke to her about the baby. And now that's different. So good reminder to just talk to people whenever there's something coming up, because I feel a lot better about the baby coming just after talking to her over the last few days about everything happening. It's funny, my biggest curiosity is going to be the color of his hair, because Zoe does not have my black hair. She's got Azalea's brown hair. But I always assumed that my kids would have my hair. We'll see. Preston, brother, you going to have black hair or what? It doesn't matter. I love you either way. Okay. Let's get this baby cleaned up. I think she's done. Okay. I'm not going to lie. That was rough. It's just after 3 p.m. Finished up work. Baby barely went down for a nap like 15 minutes ago. Now, I don't know if other babies are like this, but my baby, she doesn't just fall asleep on her own. She requires arms. She needs to be in arms. Whew. So the last hour, just holding her in my arm, trying to work, oh man, it's tough. It's tough, but she's down. So I normally like to rest when I get off of work, but I'm already up and at it, so I think I'm going to get a HIIT workout in. I like Heather Robertson. She puts on she makes some really good workout videos. She has one that came out 2 days ago, Intense Cardio, and I'll show you.